Give it to me. Give it to me. Are we on? Yes, we are here. Hello, everyone. Thanks for the Adriana hype. And give it up for DJ Airson and her trusty sidekick, Kat. I love DJ Airson's happy hour. It's always a treat. She always brings it. I love anyone who loves the theme as much as me. I'm just yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, for being on our channel. It is the weekend, and more importantly, it is 90s mashup weekend. I know there's a lot going on out in the world right now. There's hurricanes and fires and everything else. I hope everyone is doing everything they can to stay safe, to take care of your loved ones, and just take care of yourselves as well. And I really hope that that everything's gonna work out. I mean, and to kind of give you a little break from the present day, from the roaring 2020s, we are going to take you back to the 90s all weekend. But of course, you know how we roll here at Booty Mashup. It's only going to be like half 90s because they're all mashups. So it's 90s versus whatever, and it's gonna run the gamut. But I guarantee you that every mashup that you hear on our channel this weekend, at least half of it is 90s. And I have to clarify that because I'm still, obviously I'm like traumatized by bad Yelp reviews. First of all, everyone, hello and welcome to Mashup Talk. I am your hostess, Adriana A, and I am the queen bee, the pirate queen of Booty Mashup. And so yes, when I get traumatizing Yelp reviews, it eats me to the core. And it was like one of these, Yelp reviews where I was like, I went to their Booty Mashup's 90s party and they didn't play any 90s, when in fact we played a shit ton of 90s. Literally every mashup contained at least a 90s song, but, all they hear, like, for instance, that last song that Airson played in her set, Third Eye Blind, firmly 90s. That song came out in, 1997, but all they hear is Carly Rae Jepsen, and they're like, that's not 90s. And I was like, hello? Does the word mashup in our name not mean anything to you? No, probably not, because people have been misusing the term mashup now for years, and it really drives me crazy. Like, mashup. You take two things and you mash them together. How hard is this? This is not rocket science, people. It's not one thing and then followed by a different thing. That's not a mashup. So all you people that are making medleys and calling them mashups, no. All you people making these cut up videos, but they're not really kind of intertwined with each other. No, not a mashup. Okay? Stop misusing my word. You guys, the English language has a shit ton of fucking words, okay? God, yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Beard Papa. I will tell them. Mashups, that thing from Glee. Actually, Glee sometimes got it right, but more often got it wrong. There were a few mashups on Glee that were legitimately mashup. It was the music, different, they're singing something completely different on top. But most of the time, it was literally just a medley. It's a medley. People have been doing medleys for years, decades. Medleys were the hallmark of every 60s and 70s variety show, where it's okay, you only got 10 minutes of airtime, but you gotta get all the songs of your career because this is your one time on national television. And so, a minute. And no, that is not mashup. That's medley. So, and Glee did that a lot. But when Glee got it right, I was always like, yeah. And we used a Glee soundbite in one of our Booty Mashup intros for one of our CDs. So yeah, exactly. What is a good Glee mashup? Well, there was one, they did one, and actually it was almost great. And then I know that myself and Mysterious D had to kind of like remix it, and we did like the A+D edit. But it was Bon Jovi, It's My Life, with Usher. What is that song? Oh yeah, and Off With Your Head and Thriller. That was a legit mashup. Love that one too from Glee. What was the Adele one? I don't remember an Adele one. Yeah. So if everyone can jump in their time machine and write strongly worded letters to Glee, that would be great. Confession, yes, thank you, Steel Necko. It's My Life in Confession, which like, it was almost mashed up, but it just needed to be better. And I remember we kind of like remixed it all, and just to make it like even more mashed up, and then kind of like added a thicker dance beat to it. You know how we roll. It's like, ooh, pop culture, we'll take it and we're gonna make it better, or not. But yeah, that Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller with Yeah Yeah Yeah's Heads Will Roll was really that was like legit mashup. I mean, we still play that. We play the straight up Glee version like every Halloween party. It's on one of our Halloween booty CDs, which oh my God, Halloween. I have to start thinking about Halloween. Like I'm starting to put together the whole like schedule for September. Then I'm looking into October, and it's like that realization that, oh my God, you guys, Halloween is kind of half canceled. Like, we can't all get into big groups and do like a Halloween party. I mean, I guess we can get into our little pods and stuff. But like, as far as like, I mean, Halloween, let me tell you, I mean, forget New Year's Eve, forget even Gay Pride weekend. Halloween is the biggest party of the year for Booty Mashup. I mean, it's like we really go hard for Halloween. We love Halloween booty, and yeah, it's I know, Mr. Beard Papa, it's only the weird candy tradition is canceled, but I mean, there's also like the costume contest. But the thing is we did like with the Dance Commander Disco for Aprilween, which is, for those who don't know, this is how much we love Halloween, that we're like, a holiday so nice, we're gonna do it twice. And we did April. Every year we do Aprilween. So we did Aprilween, and we did a costume contest in the Dance Commander Disco. So I'm sure we are going to do exactly the same thing here on Twitch and in Zoom. So yes, and I know the Dance Commander Disco is definitely going to go. I mean, you guys go hard with dress up themes, like even like when it's not Halloween. So I know Halloween's going to be utterly insane. So yes. So yeah, I'm starting to put together all of that, and it was just kind of that realization of like, oh man, Halloween is going to be weird this year, but you guys make it fun. The Dance Commander Disco certainly is going to make it great. The fact that we can still, like, I mean, we already had a dress rehearsal with Aprilween, and that was like, we had barely been doing this channel for like a month when we did it, and I thought that was a resounding success. So Halloween's going to be epic, and I know we're going to like, you know, we're all going to go hard. Let's just, yes. Oh, you know, CJ, you don't need someone to come up to me to do your makeup. All you have to do is YouTube tutorials. Let me tell you, like, I mean, it's 90s mashup weekend. Okay. So we're all like, God, how did we do makeup in the 90s? I don't remember. And I remember, like, you know, and Jupiter and I were talking about like when we, you know, the first times we did makeup, like when we were teenagers, and how bad our makeup looked. And nowadays I feel like, you know, like, oh, it's my first time with makeup, and you go out, it's like you are just looking snatched as fuck because you studied up with like all the YouTube tutorials showing you how to get that contouring and that perfect smoky eye. Just saying. So if you have issues with doing makeup, seriously, just watch a couple YouTube tutorials, okay? Thank you. I'm glad you like the lip color. This is not my usual. This is one that it's dialed a few notches down from my usual like brick red, and this is it's the slightly less brick red. It's called retro, which I felt was appropriate since it's 90s weekend. So, I'd break out the retro. So yes, what is a smoky eye? Yaga nub. Okay, this, my dear, is a smoky eye. Actually, that eye looks better. That eye, oh shit, you need to smoke it out just a little bit better. Where it's just basically, it's kind of like a smudgy. It started off with like black eyeliner, and then you kind of smudge it out, and so you get kind of like this smoky eye makeup look. It's no hard lines. It's all this sort of. Yeah, but oh god, I'm in 1080p, you guys. Maybe that's the issue. Like I used to, super phone it in with my makeup. Especially if I'm running late and I'm like, I didn't want to like text Harrison and be like, can you play 3 more songs? So I might not have blended as well. I'm not wearing the fake eyelashes today. I thought I would just sort of like, oh, well, we got the lights and, everything's a little washed out. It'll look fine. But I forgot we just started streaming in 1080p. And now I'm like, oh God. Oh, I don't have that nice 720p blur, slightly blurred outlook. Damn it. You guys. Okay, I'm going to like just put the show on pause and so I can go fix my makeup. No, I'm not going to do that. Oh my God, I know 8K streams. It's going to be like you're going to see every single pore, every crevice. You're going to be like, "Oh shit. That bitch wasn't lying. She is 851 years old." Totally. Well, thank you. I'm glad you still think I look fantastic, dead muffin. So this is Mashup Talk. So this is literally, I think, one of my favorite people in the chat pod, Verona Blue, she basically called it out last weekend, and said, "Oh, this is like." Because I was going to cancel this show, you guys. It's 3 a.m. where I am right now. I'm in Berlin. Yay! I made it to Berlin. Jupiter Gatling is here, and I managed to like jump through a bunch of hoops and was able to come to Germany. So here I am. But it's weird. It's like 3 a.m. and oh yay! Who here is it like at least after midnight? Like who's in the European time zones in the chat? Okay, that's what I want to know. No, it's not a permanent move, Emerald Hook. It's yay, Gladalord's in almost at this time zone too. Oh, excellent. I'm glad. No, this is not a permanent move. It's both Jupiter and I are bicontinental. We like to bounce back and forth. We kind of consider San Francisco and Berlin our homes. I mean, I'm American, she's German. So we like the freedom of being able to bounce back and forth. And I missed that for 5 months, and I really don't know how much, how easily it's going to be we're both going to be able to travel in the coming months, coming years, maybe. So our situation may change, but right now we're both still sort of on California time. I mean, everything's shifting a little bit, but I'm definitely a California girl, but I love Berlin. And normally it would be like, 3 a.m, no big deal. But I'm kind of like, I'd like to see a little bit of sunlight, but I'm getting there. I tend to like go to bed around 6 or 7 in the morning, which is actually not that much different from several of my fellow nightlife and DJ friends who live in San Francisco. They like stay up all night and they know it's time to go to bed when the sun's coming out, and then they sleep until like 2 p.m. And that is definitely my schedule in Berlin right now. Like, I take a picture of the sunrise and then wash my makeup off and go to bed, and I wake up around, 2 p.m. So yes, late night crew for sure. But yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. But like last week, I was like, guys, I want to really try to get onto like normal Central European time. And I think I'm going to end the show. This is my final episode. It's the season finale of Mashup Talk. And all of you in the chat pod over here were like, no. So I was like, you talked me out of it. So I'm going to keep doing this show until I can't, until I'm physically like, you guys, I'm so tired. I can't. But until then, yes, you're stuck with me. Sorry. It's going to be me hanging out, chit-chatting for an hour. Maybe I'll have a guest on the show. Maybe I won't. Last week, there were no guests. It was just me saying goodbye, just doing my final show. And next thing I knew, it was an hour and we were hanging out talking. So, and you guys keep it interesting here in the chat. Glad the Lord, you asked me what shaped me in the 90s. Music shaped me in the 90s. Like, and you are going to hear that on my show tonight. I started off the 90s as like total alternative, like indie alternative kid, like, listening to, like stuff that got played on like college radio and more like alternative radio stations, modern rock. But then sort of like ended up discovering the rave scene, discovered Riot Girl, was into grunge, but still loved the new Beastie Boys. There was like UK rap actually that I was super into that like really never made it all that big over here. Industrial music certainly kind of like hit a peak in the 90s, and then getting into the late 90s, we're talking like Britpop, and then rap rock, which I didn't really like at the time, but there are a few bands I was like, damn, Linkin Park is sort of getting into the 2000s, but there was like stuff bubbling up leading up to that, so yeah, just all over the map. So, but music really shaped me. I started a band in the 90s that went from being like this total like spoken word art damaged kind of band to then being like this glam pop punk band. I don't know, like Blink 182 meets Motley Crue. It's like with some David Bowie and The Cure thrown in there too. That was like my band. So yeah, DJ Time, if you could host a concert with any 3 90s bands, who would you pick? Oh God, I hate these. I hate these. Like pick the number one or pick your absolute favorite. Like if I just go like real top of the head, like just off the top of my head of like 90s bands, like quintessential 90s bands. First of all, I have to go with Nirvana because, Kurt Cobain died and, we're never going to get a chance to see Nirvana perform ever again. I did see Nirvana play. Full disclosure, they sucked. It was kind of a bad show. Like I wanted it to be a good show, but it was kind of a bad show. I don't know if he was smacked out or what. It was, it wasn't like, I wish I'd seen Nirvana when it was a smaller venue. It was like a big, like 15,000 arena venue with horrible sound, that kind of like hockey arena sound, so, but you know what, if we're going to do Nirvana, let's do Hole. Cause I loved Hole. I used to always say like, it's like, oh, everyone loved Nirvana. And I was like, yeah, but you know who I like? I like Hole, Courtney Love's band. And then let's just play up stereotypes, 9 Inch Nails, There we go. There's my top 3 90s bands I would love to see like on a bill. And that's definitely, but you ask me again tomorrow and I might give you, 3 other different names. So who knows? I hope I'm trying to get all the chat. You might hear some 9 Inch Nails, but seriously, I'm going to play all sorts of other stuff. I was digging because I know everybody. We're all doing 90s. I'm going to try to dig a little deeper. I'm going to go into, like I just mentioned, I got into, like in the mid-decade, started getting into rave culture and stuff. And there was kind of like a subgenre of rave culture called Big Beat is what they called it, or under the umbrella term of electronica. And it was at a time when the music press, and I know this really intimately because I was a music journalist at the time, so all of this was sort of like getting force fed to us by the music industry. It was like electronica was like the new rock and roll, and it was like the Prodigy and Chemical Brothers, and this was classified at the time as Big Beat. And if you see the movie Hackers, a lot of those songs, like that sound is in the movie because they're trying to get like that mid 90s rave sound. Now, granted, 90s rave was like all over the place, but Big Beat kind of bubbled up onto the charts a bit, and yeah. And somehow it hasn't quite filtered down through the decades. I mean, Prodigy, you can still play Prodigy and stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff like, Crystal Method and like I said, the Chemical Brothers and Orbital and 808 State and things like that. So I'm definitely going to sneak a bunch of that into my DJ set. And then it's an entire decade, everybody. I mean, we can go all over the map. It's not just going to be Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears' first album, which I love all that stuff now. I actually legitimately do. I really do love it. But that was not my 90s, that was like, that was like, the kids were listening to that. That's I'm a little bit older, so I was like listening to cooler music, the music that you graduate to when you're done just listening to whatever's on Top 40 radio. So and it wasn't until years later, really wasn't until we started doing booty mashup parties, and I started playing some of these like super like pop gems from the 90s and seeing like faces light up and the crowd go crazy, and I was like, I don't even know this song, but I learned it real fast. I mean, those songs are hooky, Waterfalls, TLC, and I Want It That Way, Backstreet Boys. I mean, that is like that shit is pop candy, So yeah, exactly. So we all kind of like, I think everyone on this channel to a certain degree lived through the 90s. So, all of us at various ages. So you're going to get like, you're going to get a wide variety. Blink 182. But Blink 182, it's like really only, I mean, all these bands also kind of like bridged. It was that whole Total Request Live, TRL era, that really bridged the millennium from the 90s into the 2000s. So it's like this, when we do themes like this, it's always a little frustrating because it's like I might play something and then be like, fuck, that was 1989, or fuck, that was 2000, and it's like, I'm fired, somebody's fired, heads will roll, and like I know when we're in the club, I'm constantly like, I'll hear another DJ playing a song and I'm like, sure that's 90s? And I'm on my phone, Wikipedia, and I'm like, okay, November 1999, just barely, So, yeah, exactly. TRL was everybody's jam, right? And yeah, and then there's like the whole goth thing too, Marilyn Manson's first album, actually even Antichrist Superstar was 99 as well. So that's right, because Hole and Celebrity Skin and Marilyn Manson Antichrist Superstar, I like loved those albums. I'm such a black little heart, right? And both of those were 1999 because I remember it being like, yes, if this is where music is going, the 2000s are going to be great. And, that's where music was going for that tiny little blip. And, like everything, it changes, We're all rocking socks to, like, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B right now. But in 2 years, it might be like, whoa, that shit's old. You never know. Or, it ends up being like Lady Gaga, where you're like, oh, she's just a flash in the pan. And here it is, like, 12 years later, and she's like kind of already considered like a legend, like a diva legend. Like no one can touch her, What else we got? Korn. Hey, Korn's one of those bands, not unlike Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls, where it was like, I kind of like got introduced to them way later, and I was like, oh, they're not so bad. Okay, But I really did not like that rage rap rock kind of stuff at the time. But I started to, the older I get, the less picky I get about music. I'm less precious about it. Holy shit. Oh my God. Are you guys, okay, remember how I said I wasn't going to have a guest on the show today? Because last week I didn't have a guest, and I just yammered at you people for 2 hours and still managed to, kind of like fill 60 minutes of time of just, our weekly meeting. It's our weekly meeting, you guys. Well, I lied. There actually is going to be a guest on the show. We need you come on in here, Jupiter Gatling.
Hello.
Serving up. Okay, this is like, you are crazy serving up like this. Like, I don't even know.
I don't know either.
It's sort of, it's 90s. But this could also be 80s in a way.
We don't know. This might as well be 2000s at this point. Right. This is what happens when someone who didn't do their makeup in the 90s tried to do their makeup as if it was the 90s. So you just Google 90s makeup. I see. No eyebrows, lots of glitter. So if the thinnest eyebrows I can do, and glitter.
Yeah. And yeah, it's like the thing is...
But mixed with some grunge and Sailor Moon.
Yeah, the denim, it was like...
and those things. Those were a thing, I heard.
Squeaky Pizza thinks that this looks very 80s heavy metal, which it is, but it's also a little grunge as well.
Full disclosure, this is actually... Can you actually hear me, people?
Yeah,
Probably.
we
it's
can
a
hear
good
you.
microphone. This is actually my Hedwig and the Angry Inch... a little jacket for my pole shows, so that's why it's so short, so I can pole dance with it. But
And yes, you got a shout out for the Sailor Saturn shirt. Woo. For sure.
What's up with the colors? It doesn't look very purple.
Yeah, I think we.
It's this 1080, huh?
Is that right? And this is here. Okay.
Seriously, didn't even prepare me a chair for the last
I didn't, because I didn't know if you were actually showing up or not. And then this is what I'm wearing. Tell me if anyone recognizes this, because there's no name. It is a band T-shirt. And does anyone recognize it? Okay, I'm waiting. Come on. Someone's got to recognize this shirt. It's Verona Blue, of course you figured it out. Yes, it's Nine Inch Nails' Pretty Hate Machine, which I'm going to I'm gonna come clean, you guys. That album actually came out in November 1989.
I also want to mention that this is actually my T-shirt.
It is, but I have the same one back in San Francisco.
And I have twice.
Okay.
It's my favorite shirt.
We're swapping sides here, Miss Thing.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Why?
Because for several reasons. Number one, your beer is over there.
I can just put my beer over here.
No, this is Mashup Talk with Adriana A. with parentheses, small font, Jupiter Gatling. So,
and the special guest.
That doesn't mean you. Oh my God.
See?
Oh my God. Okay. Do you see what happened? You guys.
You were horsing around, and now the green screen fell.
Can you fix the green screen? You're closer to the side that fell.
I'm half as tall as you.
Why are you in that? Oh. Because it's the bad chair.
You rolled over the green screen.
That's what it was. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Chaos. Hold on. We got it. Oh, okay. There we go.
No. That one fell over there.
That one fell too?
Jesus Christ. We used to be professional. What happened?
This is fine. That's fine. We got it.
Yeah. Units.
Yep. Okay.
Just don't move.
Okay. Hi guys. Oh, jeez. Okay, so yes, this is a Nine Inch Nails shirt. It's a design from their first album, Pretty Hate Machine, which technically is an 80s album. But let's face it, like nobody had even heard of Nine Inch Nails until the 90s. I checked my college radio playlists. I did not play them until March 1990s. That was when things started getting out. So it was really, let's face it, Nine Inch Nails is way more of a 90s band than 80s. Like nobody's like, ooh, you know who I love from the 80s? Not Depeche Mode, Nine Inch Nails. No. Said nobody ever, okay? So, look, DJ Time, shut up. It's...
I said it several times. You know what? This is not on theme. You had one job.
No, it's...
Dress appropriately to the theme.
Look, no one in the 80s would have worn this shirt. Okay, this is a very 90s shirt. So this is my. I know, yeah. It's
Why do you look so strange today?
I was telling you the same thing, and I'm wondering: is it 1080? Is it like do we
it doesn't have any influence on the colors.
Really? Did we pump up the?
No.
Yeah. Did we filters? Here, hold on. Chroma key, color key. What do we got here?
No. Let me do this.
Okay.
You talk.
Jupiter's
look pretty. I try to make you pretty.
I'm just going to look pretty. And Jupiter's going to try to make me look prettier. And I'm going to catch up on the chat here. I know it is like a sitcom, isn't it? I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. This is fun. A bit more contrast, desaturation. Yeah, fix it. Make me pretty. Make me pretty. Anyway, are you guys ready for 90s weekend? Because I sure am. I'm super looking forward to...
do we look better?
Oh, yeah, that looks better. What'd you do?
Regler?
What?
I don't know. Did some stuff.
What?
Several things. There were several things.
Did you do... Oh, you work in video, don't you? Okay.
I do.
Well, do we look prettier now is the real question. And it seems like yes. Okay, good. Yeah, right? It's like I was looking all ruddy and red. It's like this ruddy complexion. It's like, oh, why did I get IPL and still have this reddish on my skin? You guys. Anyway, yes, I would love a drink. You didn't bring me a beer?
You always like, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm a responsible adult. I don't want to be wasted all the time like you.
It's true, you guys. But I know more saturation because then my hair looks more red. But whatever.
Do you want a sip?
Sure, I do want a sip.
The good old Weizen. It's our signature drink.
This is the beer that Jupiter and I bonded over when we first met because we both loved Hefeweizen, which is, they're always in this kind of glass, and she's running around a Berlin nightclub with this like big chunk out of the glass. Like it literally looked like she just went and like took a bite out of it. And I'm like, what are you doing, girl?
I'm cheering too aggressively. I just have too much energy. Like, bam.
You're supposed to with these you're supposed to sort of cheer like down here, kind of like if you cheer here, then it's like
No,
smash.
it's like a coil. It's like bam. It's like a baseball bat. If you don't cheer like a baseball bat, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Fun fact: the club that we met at, I used to go there like all the time when I moved to Berlin because it was pretty close and I didn't know all that many clubs, and I was always ordering my good old Weizen, and at one point the bartender told me, you know what, you're the only person who orders this here
In Berlin?
Yeah,
because
it's very much from south of Germany.
Yeah.
I just moved from the south to Berlin, and I mean it has become a thing now, but back in the day when I moved here, nobody was drinking Weizen.
But that was like 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I remember that too. I would go to bars. I mean, because I've been coming to Berlin since 2008, and I fell in love with Weizen at Booty Munich. And there was Weizen for days, and then come up to Berlin, and DJ Morgoth is like,
it's a thing here.
It's like, you are in Berlin now.
Is that what we sound like? So the issue with me being the only person who's drinking Weizen is when every week they end up with a broken Weizen bottle, a Weizen glass, they know it was me.
Yeah. No, sorry. But yeah, Hefeweizen is good. It's a good wheat beer. So yeah, we're kind of. I know there's a lot of beer snobs on this channel and in the chat pod. So yes, we can talk beer. But you know what though, you guys, you know what's horrible? This is the hardest part about being in Germany right now. It's a struggle. It's not the fact that COVID-19 has been like, curve has been flattened and you can, walk around without a mask, at least outdoors, and feel okay. It's like, and I feel anxious about that and it's weird. No, that's not the worst thing. The worst thing, there is no White Claw in this country. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, if you've been watching our channel since the beginning, like, I was drinking so much damn White Claw the first 2 months of the Corona apocalypse. Like, I was that cliche of the person like, oh, fuck it, and just and no White Claw. It's like, right? It's a savage land.
Look, we have beer, okay? This is our thing. That's why we don't have alcoholized water. Although I do enjoy the White Claw. I see that you're missing it. But no, we have Franziskaner Hefeweizen instead.
Oh my God, I got skinny in the Corona apocalypse, and that's all gonna go away if I just keep drinking these heavy Hefeweizens.
But they're so tasty. Tasty and sweet and filling.
Yeah.
Zwei Weizen sind auch eine Mahlzeit, as we say in German.
And Kleiferfjord, yeah, I know. We actually talked about trying to make flavored seltzer with some vodka. It's not quite the same, but it probably, it'll get me by. But the thing is I can't just open up the fridge, grab a can, and be like, yay! I have to make it, Oh, yes. Oh, what do we got here, Mr. Beard Papa? Yes, Christina Aguilera. We can play Christina Aguilera. We do have, one of the very, very first mashups ever. I mean, Christina Aguilera's first single was Genie in a Bottle. And that the first, either the first or second mashup I ever heard in my life was a Genie in the Bottle mashup with the Strokes. Hard to explain. Very early 2000s. I mean, I never think of a Genie in a Bottle as being particularly 90s, because especially when it comes out towards the end of the decade and then continues on, you definitely more associate it with like Vanilla Ice, is technically 80s, but everyone sort of thinks of Vanilla Ice as early 90s, the part of that whole scene. So, are we getting more drink recipes? What do we got here? Homemade Four Loko, seltzer, sugar, vodka. Wait, crushed vodka. Oh my God, for real?
What is Vivarin?
Vivarin. It's basically, they're caffeine pills, basically, is what it is. And explosives. Oh my God, I love it. That sounds crazy, you guys. Yeah, total truck stop speed. Oh my God.
Truck stop speed?
Oh yeah, do you know what that is? Okay, so you're a trucker, and you gotta drive, and you gotta drive straight through the night, and you're tired, and the coffee isn't cutting it anymore, and you stop at the truck stop. No, not energy drinks. They used to sell these basically amphetamine pills.
Oh wait, I know that from a Simpsons episode.
Of course you do.
When Homer's a truck driver and then just takes 10 of those pills, and Lisa says, no, you should only take one. So he keeps taking night sleeping pills and tries to dose them with whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's Vivarin?
Basically, yeah,
okay.
That's what it is. So Faux Loco, oh my God. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD after this because I feel like I've missed a couple of these crazy ass drink recipes that I probably still won't ever do. But I don't know, maybe actually some of these might be good. So my big project, you guys, this week was, you look so pretty.
I'm just trying to figure out if I look better here because I look a little weird behind the chat pod.
Well, that's it. Yeah, put your face here. You're good.
I'm so
or we just.
You should not move anymore.
Oh,
I will not.
I know.
Don't wanna.
I ain't.
Build a green screen. That's
there goes the green screen again, and then they'll know that we're really not in front of this cool animated background, and they're gonna know that it's a green screen, and we've destroyed the illusion. Oh my God, I know. So I've been working all week on prepping stuff for next week, because next week is Burning Man, except it's virtual Burning Man, and it's going to be weird for people like us who go to Burning Man every year, but it's probably going to be like amazing for people who have never been to Burning Man and definitely want to like kind of like get that vibe.
I mean,
like,
okay,
what?
honestly, the best thing about Burning Man is not the music.
Well, no, I mean, but I'm talking about like all the I mean, there's like, I'm very, very curious how it's all going to go. So for those who don't know, Burning Man is trying to be virtual this year, and there are like 8 approved universes because the theme is multiverse. So there's like several virtual reality platforms that, you know, depending on your goggles and your software and your hardware, you know, pick one. So you can like sort of feel like you are on the playa, like in the desert at Burning Man. There's also going to be this thing called the Sparkleverse, which I know the Dance Commander Disco is taking part in, which is more like just Zoom rooms. It's like a whole chain of Zoom rooms, and I know the collective, the Co-Reality Collective is what they're called. I've been to a couple of their parties. They're cute. It's very interactive. It's not about like listening to music and stuff. It's really much more about like participating in Zoom and interacting in real time with other people on the other side of the world. And so, you know, there's like all these different, and of course, you know, we're just like, hey, Twitch is good enough for us. And so we're going to be doing Burning Man themed live streams on our Twitch channel all week. And then
real Burning Man.
Just like real Burning Man, in the same way where it's like, oh, we're going to DJ at this camp, and we're going to DJ at that camp, and we're going to do like a happy hour set over here, and we're going to do a goth industrial set in the Thunderdome. And, you know, it's like we just sort of bounce around all week, and we overbook ourselves. And every year I say, oh my God, I take too many gigs. I need to start saying no. Well, even when Burning Man isn't happening, I just did the exact same thing. Like, it's like there is a booty mashup gig every night of the week next week, starting on Monday. They're not all on Twitch though. One of them actually on Tuesday, the booty mashup set will not be on Twitch. It's going to be on BRC VR, which is one of the virtual reality platforms. So,
what are we doing on Tuesday? I don't even know the schedule.
Yeah, well, it's crazy. But anyway, I'm going to be posting, you know, on the Sunday, I post the schedule. You could also go to our website and, you know, just follow us on social media, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, and you'll find out, like, you know, every day I'll post what we're doing. But it's going to be a whole different variety of sets. And I've been working my butt off, like booking it all like a crazy jigsaw puzzle, putting together all the promo, plastering it everywhere. And you guys, I just have this nagging feeling that I just wasted my time. And everything's going to be a complete and epic fail, that nobody's going to give a shit about fake virtual Burning Man. But, you know, we'll see. I know, not TikTok. I know. Well, no, there's no, like, why are we not on TikTok? We should be more on TikTok, but yeah.
I mean, I believe that people care. The thing is the tech gonna work?
Well, yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, it's, well, but oh, DJ Time, you're hilarious. But was it fun? Ask me on Sunday morning after DJ Lobster Dust's sunrise set, if it's fun. But I hope you guys care. I mean, I kind of feel like you guys are going to be here for it. Our Twitch community, you guys are going to be here for it. You're going to be in the chat pod. It's going to be fun. You're going to get the notifications. You're going to be like, oh yeah, let's check this out.
And another Burning Man set, and another Burning Man set,
well, they're all going to be a little different. But I worry that all these other people, like how many people are going to be in these virtual reality platforms? And then also, and I'm going to write about this. Here's the other thing too. Some of you know this, some of you don't. I publish a newspaper at Burning Man every year called the BRC Weekly, BRC for Black Rock City. So of course, I have to do the newspaper virtually. I mean, I'm putting a newspaper together and going to release it online as a PDF, and it'll be I'll be releasing like things throughout the week. And I always do an editorial. And one thing that, I've bitched about in the past is, and a lot of people have bitched about this, is Burning Man's gotten so expensive. It's so exclusive. It's only for rich douchebags, tech billionaires go to Burning Man. They fly in on their private jet, because that gets all the media attention. And I'm like, no, Burning Man can be for everybody. But yeah, I mean, you do end up spending a lot of money just to drag your ass out there. And now here they are doing a virtual festival, which you think would be like, oh, open to everyone, just, log onto a website or something. No, it seems like all the super exciting, like, ooh, this is going to be cool shit, is all in VR. And you have to spend $500 for a pair of stupid VR goggles just to really get the Oculus goggles, just to get like the super cool experience. So I was like, okay, Burning Man, way to go with like gatekeeping that only rich people can go to virtual Burning Man too.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, you guys. I don't know, is it on Google Cardboard or not?
I mean, it should be, because it is. You can it works on apps on your phones for Google and Android. It means it should be able to work on.
Well, I know the one I'm looking forward to is. Dusty Multiverse, which is we're doing like all Saturday night, which is Burn Night. We are going to be on Twitch, but we're also going to be live streaming into the Celestial Bodies camp stage, virtual stage in the Dusty Multiverse. And I know that you can do it on VR goggles, but you can also view it on your phone. So, I mean, that's a pretty low entry point. So at least there's that. Squeaky Pizza wants to know how expensive it is to go to Burning Man. Well, the ticket itself is usually like $400 plus with like the taxes and like Nevada entertainment tax and things like that. Tack on another $100. So like $500 for the ticket, another $80 for a vehicle pass, and then whatever you're going to spend on camping. So if you just show up in a car with like a pup tent, and then, pretty low, and a bunch of energy bars and some water, and you can do it pretty cheaply. But man, that is like, you kind of don't want to do that, especially because it's survivalist desert camping. You want to have like a hardy shade structure, a good tent, or an RV, and that can add up. And then all the food, and you always bring way too much food, and then all the booze, and you always bring too much booze. And then, you might want to partake in other things, and those things add up as well. So, it can easily be, I would say I've probably never spent less than $1,000 going to Burning Man. And I think there was one year where I did the math and it somehow added up to like nearly 10,000.
What?
Yeah, but I think I like bankrolled Mysterious D because she couldn't afford it, and then I bought someone else's ticket, and then we bought the Geodesic Dome that year, and I don't know, so it can add up, but yeah. But you're there for a whole week. You're not spending money out there for a whole week. So, there is that, but it can be cheap though. Like if you want to be cheap about it, you 100% can, but there is also this sort of like keeping up with the Joneses thing. Yes, DJ Time, the playa does not always provide. The playa provides. It's such like this hippie thing. The playa provides, except when it doesn't, which I always say to people when they're like, out there, like they showed up with nothing, and
Okay, what do you mean with keeping up with the Joneses? Our camp is janky as fuck.
Our camp is janky, but I know so many other camps that especially bigger camps
like the
where they're
theme
like,
camps,
yeah,
the gay camps especially. Also, it's very luxurious. But no, our camp is like the tiny little dome, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and I bought my RV years ago, so it's paid for, so I don't spend as much. But our camp is not. Oh, do we need to Skype call with DJ Time right now so we can like defend our? Maybe next week. Maybe next week. Although I'm supposed to do a book reading next week. Ew. Anyway,
no, it's not janky. It's cute. It's all cute and self-made. Like you feel right at home, right? But it's not like this gigantic sound camp, big kitchens, showers for everyone.
Oh yeah, people get crazy.
Lobsters.
Like the sound camps. You guys keep in mind, Booty Mashup has been going to Burning Man for this will be our 15th year out there. But we operate I'm sure if you have any even the passing interest in Burning Man.
Bodies is actually here.
Who? Oh, hi, Camp Celestial Bodies. We were just name dropping you. A gay camp, but not fancy at all. Yeah. So, you see, Robot Heart with their, $1 million bus and sound system out in Deep Playa with P. Diddy on the, top of it. And then you see, Opulent Temple and, all these, big rave camps with these, name DJs like Diplo and Tiesto and Skrillex.
What, Tiesto too?
Yeah, Tiesto was there one year. And it's all this money, and I don't know where this money comes from. It's it's usually just a couple of tech guys who want to be the big guys on campus, right? Except you're the dude. You're the dude at Burning Man that made it happen, right? It's that sort of bragging rights. And we've always been we'll go to your camp and DJ, but we are not going to bring a sound system and lights and everything else. It's we do it the same way we do in real life. We don't
we don't have a nightclub. So
we don't have a nightclub. We're the talent or talent. We're the No, hold on. Stop. Sorry.
Should we
reconnection? Oh, hey, wow. That was weird.
That was fucking weird.
We saw it go down and then it popped back up.
Yeah,
what?
OBS.
I don't know. Wait a minute. Who do we talk about? We always know that Google devices, Apple devices are always listening. Ooh, I just dissed tech billionaires who go to Burning Man and spend a bunch of money on crazy sound camps so they can feel self-important at Burning Man.
Look, there we go.
And then
down to zero.
It went down. So, yep. I don't normally subscribe to conspiracy theories, but when I do, it's on my own Twitch channel.
I wonder if the 1080 is actually too much. What do you think, people? Are we looking good? Are we looking too good? Is it too crisp? Can you not deal, or is it okay? Because in the test run, our CPU was at 6%. It's at 25 now.
I think we're we look amazing. Yeah.
Well, we have contingency plans. Should we be gone all of a sudden? Just stay here. We have backup plans, so...
Yeah. So tonight, it's going to be just myself and Jupiter Gatling giving you 90s realness. And you know how we roll. We love requests. I love that Airson was hitting the requests hard. So, definitely drop requests in the chat once we start DJing. Don't do it now because we're not paying attention now. But, and we've got the Dance Commander Disco opening at 7 o'clock or 7 Pacific, 4 a.m. Europe time. What time is it? 10 o'clock East Coast.
I'm going to open up the request queue right now. Just, that it's there, that I don't need to do it later.
Oh, okay, great. Awesome. What? No, Cholulu Wizard Dance Party. You can wait to get your anime requests in. By the way, I might have a few anime mashups in my arsenal as well.
What you got? Huh? What you got?
You know how I roll. I'm just ooh, they like that? I don't know this at all, but I will play it. Exactly. Oh, yeah. You've got it. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is firmly 90s. Absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you want to play my mashup, huh?
No, you play it. It's your mashup. You made that one. I always try to.
Almost all the mashups that I created, except for the Lady Gaga tattoo one, all the rest is all 90s.
Girl, you need to put your stuff on YouTube. Look, if we've learned anything from Bill McClintock, DJ Cummerbund, One Board Jew, who just got tons of love today from Billboard magazine because Cardi B saw One Board Jew's mashup of WAP and Rihanna's S&M.
I played it last week.
And was going on and on about how much she loved it, and Billboard magazine actually wrote about it. So, although I always take issue, it's like, I'm so annoyed. Like, they always start the article with like, somebody did this. And then it's like, and then it's like 3 paragraphs down, they finally mention the actual producer's name. I mean, it's like, we're not just random somebodies. We're people who make mashups, and we have names, and we're not going to make any money off of these mashups. We're not, they're all out there, done bootleg style, put on the internet for free. We're not even getting hired by record labels anymore to do remixes. So all we got is credit. So fucking Billboard magazine, maybe don't bury the producer's name, down. It's like, right. Somebody made a mashup. God. I know, clickbait, I know, but still, come on. Why do I do this show if I can't bitch about every little thing that annoys me in the mashup scene?
Seriously, everything we got at this point is exposure. So give us that.
Just give us the exposure. Give us and validation.
Well,
senpai, notice me.
Requests all in. I'm DJing technically in 3 hours. Maybe I hop in an hour early for a little tag team.
Yeah,
set.
We might do a little tag team in the transition.
I didn't open the Pokemon for you because you can't deal. You can't handle them.
Well, that's sort of your jam, you know. So
the Pokemon will arrive with me.
Oh crap! I'm realizing I didn't. I can set it up. Maybe I should. 90s are totally my jam. I should probably be singing tonight. Oh, hey, you guys want? I know I'm gonna use that microphone. You guys want to maybe hear a live number later that I did not sound check or rehearse at all? What could go wrong? Oh my God. I can't believe there's 161 of you here for Mashup Talk. I really, really, really appreciate it because it's
only 110 on my end.
What? It says 161 here. Oh no, I don't know. I'm just if triple digits on this stupid Just Chatting show is always I consider a win.
Lost 4 just by saying this.
Wow, I know, right? You guys, we're gonna start soon. In fact, let's raise the table. Let's do it. We're going to get ready to DJ. Yeah, there's no stream break tonight. Oh my God.
Nope.
It's like normally
Everyone
it's like,
one channel.
It's like, several different DJs. There's me doing Mashup Talk. So sometimes there's the stream breaks. This is like no stream break. We are doing
Only the green screen broke today.
Who knows?
And I mean, the stream did break once, but...
gotta move this chair out of the way. Can you move that out of the way?
Sure.
Thanks.
Oh, so hot. No. Oh, God.
So like I said, we are definitely going to be going hard with the 90s. Get your requests in, and this next week is Burn Week, and then I also just started putting together the September schedule. I'm just going to give you guys a little preview if you're paying attention and listening. In September, we are doing wild animals as a theme because I know you guys love to dress up, especially in the Dance Commander Disco Zoom party, show off animal stuff. So we're going to be doing that. We're also doing Beyonce's belated birthday because actually Beyonce's birthday is next weekend, but it's in the middle of Burning Man week. So we're going to do Beyonce's belated birthday, and God knows we've got so many Beyonce mashups between Beyonce and Destiny's Child. We're good. So we're definitely going to be doing that. And then what else? I was like, what? Wild animals. Oh, and then the last weekend in September, we 2 things that we're doing. We're going to be doing Wasteland Weekend, basically in exile. Wasteland Weekend is a post-apocalyptic festival, and since we're now actually living in the apocalypse,
seems appropriate.
It's canceled like everything else, but we are going to do. We do a Wasteland showcase set at Death Guild Thunderdome. It's going to be similar to what we're going to do this coming Monday, but probably a little bit more broad.
It's going to be very gothy.
Gothy, but it's all over the map. We've got so who knows?
Songs about dirt.
Songs about dirt.
Dust.
Yeah. It's
something breaks.
Yes, you will hear Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. There's things like that. And then also, actually the last Saturday in September is when we finally start our live from DNA Lounge monthly live stream, where we go to our venue, and by we I mean one of us, goes to our venue in San Francisco, DNA Lounge, and does a live stream in a big empty club, but kind of like, just giving some love to DNA Lounge and just sort of like easing us back into eventually doing parties, 2 years from now. So yes. That is what's going on. You got any final words before I kick you out of my DJ booth?
Wow.
I know, right?
This might help.
Are you guys ready to get your dance on? I'm not doing anything till I see a ton of emotes blow up the screen. I said this is like if this were real, and it's like I said, I can't hear you. Are you ready to get your dance on? Actually, I can't hear you. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay, change the scenes.
I change the scene.
Change the scene. You hit the play.
Change the scene. Do it.
Bow. Woo! Oh my god.
All right, you guys, I'm going to give you 90s realness.